So phi k is field and V is a representation of finite dimensional representation of the corresponding Lie algebra. So we had defined yesterday some elements of the kind for alpha in phi and t in k star. We have defined elements W alpha t. What are they? They are the x alpha t and x minus alpha minus t inverse and x alpha t. And h alpha was defined, h alpha t was defined to be W alpha t and W alpha minus 1. Okay. So, I will not prove since today is last lecture, I want to say as much as possible some property of Chevalier group and also trying to introduce the twisted type of groups. Okay. So, at least you have you know the definition of a simple group sub Lie type. So, you have in hand and some of the properties. So, you will not prove the simplicity, but just list the. So, you following properties there. So, we had decomposition in the weight spaces Vk. Remember Vk is the notation Vk mu in the eigenspaces, mu in weights of this. So, then xn of this suppose rho is the corresponding representation, then the first property is W alpha t and rho x beta, W alpha t inverse is C t minus beta h alpha and rho of x sigma alpha beta. What is sigma alpha? Sigma alpha is the reflection associated with the root alpha. Okay. So, and C is with C is plus minus 1. So, this exercise was given for if the root system is of type AN, right, to prove it. So, it is easy to prove there. So, but in general it is going to be true, and suppose if V belongs V is any mu eigen subspace, then there exists V prime in Vk sigma alpha of mu such that, so this is the independent of t, whatever t you take, such that W alpha t of V is t minus mu h alpha into V prime. And third property is so h alpha acts diagonally on any weight subspace. Okay. So, these are the properties, they are not difficult. You know the definition of x alpha, W alpha and H alpha, and apply the definition and the kind of argument I was giving last time. Okay. So, that argument will be sufficient to prove all these property. So, further if I write n alpha, suppose I write n alpha for W alpha 1.
What is rho?
Rho is the associated rho is the representation afforded by V. So this is a representation afforded by V. So V is our finite dimensional representation.
What is rho of x beta mu?
No, see, rho is a Lie algebra representation, right? So rho is a representation of Lie algebra on V.
No, what is x sub beta?
X of beta is Chevalier basis element. See, X. See,
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
but is there? Did you get what rho is? Okay, so see, if you have a model, then you have associated. That means representation which is afforded by this model. Okay, so rho is our Lie algebra to GLV is the representation, corresponding representation. Okay, and x alpha etc. is part of the Chevalier basis element. So rho x alpha is rho x alpha of any vector V is what is x alpha dot V. So suppose I take n alpha to be W alpha 1. Then property says that, so you take this to be 1, then the property 4 says the following. So n alpha h beta t and n alpha inverse is precisely h of sigma alpha beta t. So look at say this property, whatever representation you are going to take, this property is not dependent on the representation. Okay, so this is going to be true for any Chevalier group. Any Chevalier group. Okay, so whatever Chevalier group you are taking, this property holds. This property also holds, and n alpha x beta t n alpha inverse is x sigma alpha beta up to sign this is plus minus t. Second property that if you take a vector in the mu eigen subspace and apply this W alpha.
He means the k and sigma from mu on. So the weight space in your notation, V prime belongs to.
Oh, V, okay. So V prime belongs to Vk sigma alpha mu. So,
Just fixed.
yeah, what is this?
The notation k
Yes.
comes on top there.
Or okay, as on top, oh, right. Okay. Vk, k was there, right? What? Right. So k is there and mu is here, right? I'm sorry. So this is our sigma alpha of mu and k. Okay. Then another property is that if I take h alpha t and x beta u and h alpha t inverse, then this is our x alpha, x beta and t, so beta of h alpha u. Okay. So since there is a tutorial session in the afternoon, so I am leaving all these property to be checked if it is at all there. So this property, I mean, if you sit down and apply the kind of argument last time I was giving, then it is possible to prove each statement. So now you take H to be subgroup generated by all H alphas alpha in phi and T in K star, and N to be the subgroup generated by W alpha T, alpha in phi and T in K star. So then it turns out that, so here is bit checking, then it turns out that H is normal, H is normal in N, and we have isomorphism. So, and we have isomorphism from say N, so W2. So, what is the isomorphism? Isomorphism is also very, you start with, okay, and we have isomorphism, a very canonical isomorphism from Weil group, and we have N by H. So, in fact, if I send element, okay, so this property is there, and if you take B to be subgroup generated by U and H, then B intersection N is precisely H. U is, remember, the subgroup generated by positive root subgroup. Okay. So, B intersection N is H, and G is generated by B and N. So, these are the property. I am not proving it. You have Sternberg lecture note or Carter's book, you can find the proof of this statement. So, then there are some other properties. So, let me state some other property of the Chevalier group, which gives its presentation. So, whatever Chevalier group you take, suppose I take inverse Chevalier group. So, this is the presentation. Suppose this is a theorem of Sternberg. So, suppose that phi is irreducible, okay, and K is field, K is field, and G is G universal, that is the universal Chevalier group. So, universal Chevalier group associated with phi and K. So, what is the universal Chevalier group? You take the representation whose lattice is the wet lattice, full lattice.
So, that is our definition of B, because B has not been defined.
B is yes.
That's the definition, and then the rest two are B concluded.
Yeah. So, this is a definition, and these are the theorem. Yes, this is the theorem whose proof can be looked at Sternberg or Carter's. Okay. So, now then following is going to be true. So, the first property is x alpha t plus u is x alpha t, x alpha u. This is for every alpha in phi and t u inside K. And the property B is, if I take the commutator x alpha t, x beta u, so then last time we had it in commutator formula. So there exists integers Cij with the following property. So this is x I alpha plus j beta Cij and t power I u power j. So these are the integers, Cij are integers which only depends on the ordering of the roots of the kind I alpha and I alpha plus j beta. Okay. So these integers which appear in the Chevalier commutator formula. And then another property which will follow, that H satisfies this one also. I and j both are greater than or equal to 1. And these are alpha beta for which alpha plus, okay. So if alpha plus beta is not a root, then this is 1, otherwise if alpha plus beta is 1, then I, j both are greater than or equal to 1.
I think that G is also a definition, G equal to Bn, and then Steinberg's theorem says that G is the G associated to lambda.
Which one?
So there B is defined in that way.
Here?
No, on the top B is defined to be the group generated by U and H. G is defined to be the group generated by B and
G is the Chevalier.
J is Chevalier group.
No, that follows from Steinberg's theorem.
Which one?
The statement of Steinberg's theorem says that G is the universal Chevalier group associated with the
Which one?
phi.
No.
See, that G is the Chevalier group.
That G is a Chevalier group. That so the story of G is, so this is arbitrary Chevalier group. Whatever Chevalier group you take, okay. See, in between I have let many steps. For example, this property of this subgroup B and N and Brouwer decomposition and B and pair property, everything. Okay, they are there, but there is no time to.
Start with a random.
You start with arbitrary Chevalier groups.
And then Steinberg's theorem says that this G is the.
No, Steinberg's theorem is not even completed. Okay, I am writing it.
Oh, okay.
I am writing it. So G is the universal, means you take the representation whose lattice is the wet lattice, full lattice. The lattice generated by all weights, consisting of all weights. This is generated by all weights. So you remember the definition of
Or you could say you could take the representation to be V rho.
BV?
V to be V rho.
Standard, you mean?
No.
V to V?
Where,
Right.
rho is awesome.
Yeah. Sorry?
Oh, I see. It is, huh? Oh my God. Okay, so that's not correct.
Okay, so maybe, so I am not making any statement which might be wrong, but the statement is that you take the representation whose wet lattice is the full lattice, okay. So for example, if phi is of type A and you take standard representation, or any class A and B and C and D and kind of thing, you take the standard representation. So then you will get the universal Chevalier group. So there are several representation going to give standard this universal Chevalier groups. So you take any such and you define what is the group called universal Chevalier group. And the relation C is that H alpha T1 into T2 is, this is a multiplicative. So this is a H alpha T1, H alpha T2. So look at here, this is the T1 T2 is same as T2 T1. So this says that H is commutative, right? See, T1 T2 is same as and look at one more property. So okay. So suppose if rank of phi is greater than 1, then these relations A, B and C so gives presentation of G. So that means if the rank of the root system is greater than 1, then then G is the group generated by symbol of the kind X alpha T, where alpha in the root system and T is a member of field and satisfying these relations. Okay. And if rank of phi is 1, that is phi is of type A1, then A, C and B dash, which is the following: W alpha T, X alpha U, W alpha minus T. So this is X minus alpha minus T square my U. So gives presentation of so that is a SL2 has presentation A, C and B prime. Okay. So SL2 is generated by the element of the kind X alpha, so it is presented by, so generators are X alpha T and the relations are A, C and B prime, and if the rank is greater than 1, then it is presented by these relations. So this is the structure of Shiva-Lego. So now, okay, and one very strong property is this. So if I take any Shiva-Lego group, so let me recall what is a central extension. So let G be a group. A central extension of G is a pair, say G1 phi, where G is a group, G1 is a group, and phi from G1 to G is an onto a homomorphism such that the kernel of phi is contained in the center of G1.
I'm not just asking, don't you need things like 6?
6 what?
Relation 6 is not part of the...
No, it comes out. It comes out. Yeah. See, they are long list of relations, but these are the minimal relations. So actually in the Sternberg lecture notes, it is so many property of the, okay, many relations, they are all consequences of these relations. So it is there in Sternberg lecture note, and it is free for everybody, I think. A central extension say G1 phi of G is called universal central extension. Universal if given any central extension G2 say phi 2 of G, there exists unique homomorphism theta from G1 to G2 such that the following diagram is commutative. Which one? So, you have G1 to G, you have G2 to also G. So, there is a homomorphism theta such that this is our phi and this is our phi 2, theta composite phi 2 is okay, this is a phi. Okay.
If beta is minus alpha,
Where? Which one?
B. In B.
B is, so the Shivalik commutator formula is for when alpha plus beta is root.
Oh, I see. Only in that case.
In that case, yes.
Okay. Otherwise, there is
Other
no-
than, yes. If alpha plus beta is not, or so it's not for that formula is not for that. Commutator formula is for, okay. Other things are handled by other relations. Okay. So now Sternberg theorem says the following. So now you know the Shivalik group, and universal Shivalik group has a presentation in terms of generator and relation, and the theorem of Sternberg says the following. So let phi be irreducible and k, I think there are some minor and k be a I am not making a statement for infinite field. Okay, I'm not sure. Maybe you can help me. So, if you take any Shivalik group, then the universal Shivalik group is a universal central extension of that Shivalik group. Is it true in the algebraic sense also? For finite thing, it is there with few exceptions. But if you take any field, arbitrary field, okay, and consider the Shivalik group, maybe statement might be there, I have not looked at carefully, and consider the universal Shivalik group. Is it universal central extension? Don't know. So I am not making statement, I will make only for the finite field. So suppose that phi and k be a finite field, because I am my aim is mostly to define the finite simple groups and this thing. So finite field such that number of element in k is greater than 4 if rank of phi is greater than 1, and if rank is 1, then number of element in k is must be greater than 9, is not 9. Okay. So let G be any Shivalik group, Shivale group defined by phi and k, and of course G universal is, this is the universal Shivale group, right, defined by phi and k. G the universal Shivale group defined by this phi and k. So there is Raghuvan's notation, I think Sternberg notation. So G maybe this root system phi, field k, and input is that full lattice. So this is our G U N I V, right. So then, so now since the Shivale group is generated by element of the kind x alpha t, and every Shivale group satisfies all relations. So therefore it is quotient of universal Shivale group. Okay, all these relations are independent of the representation. So they are going to be held in any Shivale group. So therefore there is a homomorphism from universal Shivale group to any Shivale group of that kind, and that homomorphism is in fact universal central extension. Then the natural homomorphism from G universal to G is universal central extension. So you take arbitrary Shivale group and okay, so you have universal central extension. So furthermore, we have map, because you know the weight lattice of any representation lies between the full lattice and the root lattice. So therefore you have a homomorphism from the natural homomorphism from G to G, say add. So what is G add? So G add is the Shivale group defined by this root system, field K, and the root lattice. So adjoint type Shivale group is also central extension. I think that is okay, because the kernel is going to lie in the center of universal Shivale group. Okay, because the kernel of this map is the center of this. So center goes okay. Anyway, not so. So you have this statement. So what you have in general picture, you have universal Shivale group, and in between you have arbitrary Shivale group, and here you have adjoint Shivale group, and this extension or any this extension is universal central extension, but in between Shivale group gives only central extension.
How do you, so have you already proved why does not exist DPTR?
Because okay, so I have not listed some relations. So the relation which are satisfied by the lattice, wet lattice here, is automatically satisfied by the wet lattice here, because the root lattice is contained in the wet lattice. So you have a homomorphism from here to here. So see x alpha t, wherever the weights appear, okay, for V, for G, so wherever it is true, it is also true for the root lattice, because the root lattice is contained in the weight lattice. So all these relations are going to hold their respect to each relation. So therefore we have a natural quotient map from here to this one.
The G to G add is the universal
No, no. G2, this is central extension only. But whenever this is inverse Chevalier group, you have so inverse central extension you get from G universal to any Chevalier group. Okay, whatever in between are.
Actually, that condition that mod k should be bigger than 4 is there for all.
Mod k is not 4. Mod k is bigger than 4. No, actually Sternberg released the what are the groups, there are only finitely many exceptions.
Right, right. I'm saying that it seems from that we should that condition only if the rank is bigger than 1.
Rank is bigger than 1, yes.
But it should also be good for rank equal to 1.
No,
Yes, yes, because
no, 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 no. There are few exceptions and only finitely many exceptions and they are all listed in Sternberg.
SL2 4, I think there is a problem. We
SL2.
don't get
SL2.
rank equal to 1, then
SL2 4 is A1 case, right?
yes.
So, anyway, I will check it and maybe correct later on. But I think the statement is okay. But if there is any correction, I will correct it. So now the Chevalier theorem, Chevalier-Dickson theorem says the following. It says the following: if you take so phi is irreducible, and k or to be field of say q element. So k is arbitrary field, and k is arbitrary field. K is arbitrary field. So then, so G add. So G add is the Chevalier group. It is defined by the root system phi k, and the rootlet is simple. Except in the following cases. In first cases, so if k is 2, so if k is 2, then phi is not of type A1, B2 and G2. And if k has 3 elements, then phi is not A1. Okay. So these are the only. So that means if I take finite field, so you are getting so many finite simple groups. So in this way, in the informed description, Chevalier produced lot of simple groups. This Toku paper, which Raghavan mentioned yesterday, he produced lot of simple groups which are not known, okay, previously, because the known simple groups at the time were alternating groups and 5 sporadic Matthew groups were there. But this and of course Dickson has proved simplicity of groups, classical groups. Okay. Now Chevalier give the complete list of these groups coming from the root system. So you take any root system, irreducible of any type, and look at adjoint, and you take any field, for example, any finite field. So they are all adjoint are all simple except in these 2 cases. Okay, so a lot of simple groups were known, and in his remarkable paper, he also determined the order of Chevalier groups. So the order of universal Chevalier groups were also determined in that paper. So.
Just check what Shipper says. So that should be k bigger than 4 in any case, and if rank 3 equals 1, then in addition k is 1.
Okay, so that is included.
So the k bigger than 4 is
You have checked it, checked it.
I have checked it.
Okay, so and if rank is 1, then
No, if
K is also n, and let me write K. K bigger than 4, is it? Okay.
no, maybe you should just remove the if rank is bigger than 1. That's the way it's kind of actually. Such that K bigger than 4.
Please stop.
Cut out the if rank is bigger than 4.
Okay.
No.
No.
Erase that.
I-
Cut out that if rank is bigger than 1 condition.
This one?
Yes. If you remove that, that means something. So such that K is
No, see,
yes. And further if rank equals 1, then K is not equal.
so further if, okay,
Further if
okay. Okay, so SL2 4 is not. If rank, then this is.
Maybe here should be 12.
Where?
Except in the cases, we should remove it. So it should be 12.
Which one?
Phi equal to A1, A2, G2 and phi equal to A1.
Now K is 3 here, no?
But instead of A not equal, we should put equal.
Yeah. Something negative of this statement. Okay. So, maybe if I have time, then I will give the formula for the order. But the formula for the order are very simple. So, he determined that if you take universal Chevalier groups over this finite field, then the order is q raised to n. Q is the size of the field. Q is okay. So then q minus 1 to the rank n. N is the rank of a root system, and you have q length of w and w in the while group. So n is the number of positive roots, n is the rank, and L w we know the length is. He also proved the formula for this sum. So this is the product of 1 minus q, okay, power di by 1 minus q. So I is 1 to n. So what is the di, the degree of so what is the degree of phi? If you remember the while group acting on the Euclidean space, okay. So you consider the polynomial function on the Euclidean space. So that is symmetric algebra, and the while group is acting there, and you consider the ring of invariant. So that is Chevalier proved that the ring of invariant is also symmetric algebra generated by polynomial of degree d1, d2, dn, and degree starts from 2. Okay, so these are the degree. So there are several interpretation of this degree. For example, if you take element in the while group, which is a product of all simple reflection. Okay, you fix a base, you consider the product of simple reflections corresponding to that base, and then look at the eigenvalue of that. So that is called Coxeter element. So the eigenvalues of this is e to the power 2 pi I m I. mi, and di precisely mi plus 1. These are the integers. So they are combinatorial interpretation of that, and there are many interpretation of this. You see at the point that Shivale group is connected in many directions. It gives many directions. It leads to combinatorics. It leads to representation. It leads to so pure group theory also. So in many directions it leads, and the many property of the Shivale groups is governed by this root system field K. Okay. So I think Sternberg notes is the excellent one, and so now so to search further simple groups. So this procedure of Shivale construction gives so many simple groups which are not known, and the Sternberg idea was to get further new groups. Okay, can one get further groups out of these groups? So he considers certain automorphism of these Shivale groups and constructed some new groups as fixed point subgroup of that. And he observed that certain subgroups are not in this list, and they are almost simple. That means if you divide by center, they are simple, and those simple those groups are called twisted group of Lie type, and those and together are joint, they constitute all simple groups of Lie type. So okay, so for that what, and the Sternberg observation is also that the Shivale groups which are untwisted and twisted, they both can be described uniformly, okay, as fixed point subgroup of certain endomorphism. So this is a main contribution. I mean, among several contributions, this is also very great contribution. So he has got several groups. For example, these groups, Shivale, what did Shivale? Instead of Dixon kind of argument that checking case by case simplicity of the group, he proved the simplicity uniformly, right? Uniform proof is given. Sternberg first he defined this twisted group, and Rie and Suzuki also got some twisted groups, but his after getting the definition, his main thing to describe all twisted and twisted uniformly. How to get as a fixed point subgroup of certain what is called this generalized Frobenius endomorphism of ambient algebraic group. Okay, so I will first so how he came to those automorphisms. Since the universal Shivale group has a presentation, and those relations are going to pass to each Shivale group. So he used those relations to describe all possible automorphisms. So as an abstract group, Sternberg completely described what are the what could be automorphism of Shivale groups. So okay, so let me so first of all, so this is for arbitrary Shivale group automorphism. So first type of automorphism is what is known as graph. Suppose a Dynking diagram has graph automorphism or symmetry. Okay. So if a Dynking diagram has symmetry, not even automorphism of the Dynking diagram, then in that case he constructed automorphism. So that means in each case, so suppose first kind of is what is known as the graph automorphism. So you consider arbitrary Shivale group. So let phi be again irreducible, and okay, and suppose and sigma be angle preserving permutation of a base say delta of phi. So that is phi is a symmetry. So I am not saying automorphism, I am just saying symmetry, symmetry of the Dynking diagram, okay, symmetry of the Dynking diagram of phi. Then observation is that then this then sigma can be extended to a permutation of phi, okay. So if all roots have same length, so this is a standard one because it contains a basis. So you just okay. So extend as a linear transformation, then it is going to preserve phi if the all roots have same length. So if phi have a different root length, then sigma can be extended. So this is you have to modify it to a permutation of phi which interchanges long and short roots. Okay. So if the all roots have same length, then it naturally extend to the okay permutation of phi, root system of phi. If they have different root length, they have a scale the. So for example, okay, so you have to scale the thing, but in that situation, so long root go to small roots and a small short root goes to long root. Okay. So what are the possibilities? So you see what are the possibility for sigma are this. You see in the case of AN, you might have seen it. So this is this goes to here, this goes to here, this goes to here. This, okay. So this is automorphism and it has order 2, right? And in case of DN, so this goes to here, this goes to here. So again sigma equal to 2 and n is greater than equal to 4. N is greater than 4, I suppose. N is greater than 4. And if I take D4, so you have this goes to here, this goes to here, this goes to here. So in this case, sigma is of order 3. Sigma 3 means sigma square is 1. Sigma square is 1, sigma square is sigma cube is 1, symmetry under 1. Okay. Similarly, in E6 you get write it down here. So if I take E6, okay, so you have this goes to this goes to this, again sigma square is 1. So E7 has no, E8 has no, then so these are the all roots have equal length here, and in case of B2, which is your C2, so you have okay, so this goes to here, this goes to here. So the permutation of the simple roots is this, but this is this automatically not going to give the automorphism. Okay, you have to scale it down, and so for this, so this will give automorphism only in when field has certain characteristic, and that characteristic is sigma square is going to be 1. So automorphism which is it going to induce has order 2, but the characteristic must be 2. Okay. So this permutation is going to induce an automorphism of the Chevalier group of order, okay, so 2 if characteristic is this. Similarly, if I take F4, so this goes to here, this goes to here. Again, you can calculate automorphism this property, and characteristic is 2. And if it G2, so
it's only the characteristic, not the cardinal limit.
no,
So for any
perfect field required.
for any field of characteristic 2, you would get.
Huh?
So when you write P equal to 2,
Hmm.
you mean not Q equal to Q can be
I'm talking of
2 power function.
2, but if you take infinite field, then the perfect field should be perfect. We'll see. Eh? Okay,
Yeah.
finite field is always perfect, so don't problem. But okay, so the automorphism which so how the automorphism we define. So these are the possibility for the symmetry. Okay, so all of this symmetry, how the automorphism we define. The Steinberg theorem says the following. Steinberg theorem says the following. So suppose that, so K is field, K is field arbitrary, and G is, so I am constructing the automorphism of the inverse of Chevalier group. It will automatically pass down to the quotient because automorphism had to preserve center, and therefore it is going to induce automorphism of arbitrary Chevalier group. Okay. So
Arbitrary Chevalier groups.
arbitrary means over of the same kind.
Subgroups of center.
Huh?
We don't know modulo of whole center. No? So each subgroup, each of those subgroups also has to be preserved.
See, it has to. So what he did, so automorphism you take, he defined as a generator, and he proved that they respect the relations. So therefore they are going to give automorphism of the universal group, and therefore the center is preserved there, and so it will naturally pass down to the quotient. Same length. Then, so there is sine sigma alpha, sigma, okay, so for every alpha. So it is either +1 or -1. So such that sigma alpha equal to 1 if alpha belongs to delta or minus alpha belongs to delta. Okay. So, such that the map x alpha t goes to x sigma alpha epsilon alpha t. Okay. Extended uniquely to an automorphism. So, if all the roots have same length, you take the symmetry of the Dickinson diagram, and for show that for each root there is a sign, so that the map x alpha t goes to x sigma alpha epsilon alpha t. This is automorphism. Okay. In the case of for example, in this case a n d n E6, and if suppose two root length occur, in that case suppose that two root length occur. So, in that case, then assume that K is perfect. K is perfect and is of characteristic 2 characteristic K equal to 2 if phi is of type if phi is B2 or F4 and of characteristic K equal to 3 if phi is equal to G2. So, this is additional assumption. So, suppose okay, then for every alpha in phi there is sign sigma alpha again with that property such that the map x alpha t goes to x sigma alpha. Okay. So, this is sigma alpha epsilon alpha t power p if alpha is short root, and if alpha is long root, then x sigma alpha epsilon alpha t if alpha long. Okay, which can be extended.
There is a sign actually just I'm confused by it. There is a sign sub alpha for all alpha roots
such that you have a
even before that line.
in this bracket. So, this sign can be taken to be 1. He said that the sign can be taken to be 1 if either alpha or minus alpha belongs to simple root. So, there is choice of sign. Okay. So, those choice can be made 1 if either alpha or minus alpha is a simple root. So, in that case you can take consistently to be 1. For other cases I think there is not that control. I mean, for that you can select sign 1 can choose sign 1 for simple roots or negative of the simple root. That is a statement. Same statement is here also. The sign for the simple and its negative can be taken to be 1. So that this map can be extended to an automorphism. Can be extended to an automorphism of G. Okay. So such automorphism together with 1 are called automorphism together with 1 means identity. So this identity are called graph automorphism. So graph automorphism especially this automorphism. So for if the roots have root length you have different root length, then they exist in only in certain characteristic when the field, okay, certain characteristic only you can define the graph automorphism.
There will be multiple choices. So you choose one set of the alphas. Could there be there is only one possible set of the alphas, or could there be more?
There could be more, but I have not gone into very much detail. But he said that the sign can be taken to be 1 for, but as I see that you cannot say that other sign, I mean other sign you have, there is some indeterminacy, might be the sign will be either plus 1 or minus 1. For the simple thing you can fix it.
So it means you could get several different automorphisms.
Yeah. Several different automorphisms. So if for example, if I take the, but we will see that in many cases they will be conjugated by certain inner automorphism. So the second type of automorphism is called a diagonal automorphism. So this is the second type of so note down that this is the automorphism of the universal Chevalier group. They are continue going to be the automorphism of the each Chevalier group, okay, because and his proof was simply to check that they respect the relation. This map, they respect the Sternberg relations. So here what you do for the diagonal automorphism, you take again G to be, you can take arbitrary G. So G is our again the universal, and K is any field. So for each alpha, you take arbitrary element, say D alpha. So choose D alpha in K star. Okay. So then, so alpha goes to D alpha, can be extended to a homomorphism F from root lattice to K star, because it is a free over simple roots. So if I define okay, so maybe you take base, this is delta, this is the base for the root system, okay. So for each element of the base, you take arbitrary choice of field element and then send it to here. So this is a free abelian group of rank R with basis this. So therefore, it has unique extension as a homomorphism, right? So now the map, Steinberg theorem says the map so then the map lambda is the root lattice. So this is the root lattice. Okay. So then the map x alpha t goes to x alpha. So this is on the simple root. Okay. So this is f alpha t is an automorphism. Can be extended again uniquely to an automorphism. Here alpha is this map. Okay. So these are called diagonal automorphisms. Such kind of automorphisms are called diagonal automorphism. So then certain other automorphisms are there, which are called the field automorphism. So you take F to be automorphism of any field of the field. Then x alpha t goes to x alpha f t. So this also can be uniquely extended to an automorphism. Now the Steinberg theorem says the following: every automorphism of Chevalier group is a product of inner, graph, diagonal and field. So while proving that, he assumed the following assumption, he made the following assumption. So let G is Chevalier group. Again G, any Chevalier group. For example, you can take universal or arbitrary Chevalier group, and K be a perfect field. Okay, K is perfect field. Then each theta in the odd G is a product of, product means composite, product of an inner, a graph, a diagonal, and a field automorphism. This is the very remarkable theorem of this, proving okay. So giving whatever the simple groups left of finite group of D type. So now so what Steinberg did the following to get some new simple groups. He proved that if you take the, for example, if you take the fixed point subgroup of graph automorphism, you are not going to give any new simple groups. we will get the groups which are already there obtained by Chevalier. Okay. But if you mix the graph and field automorphism, then you really get some new groups. And he said that these are the only left finite simple groups apart from this sporadic one. So what he did? So for example, whenever suppose a root length has 1, all the roots have length 1, and the Dinghy diagram has symmetry of certain order, say order 2. So he took the field, then he took the field which admits an automorphism of order 2. Okay. So new simple groups, I will just what is called a twisted groups. So twisted groups of Lie type. So what you do? So in case of AN, so if the field admits an automorphism of order 2, then field must be square, right? Some Q must be square. Suppose that so K, which is a finite field, K this is a finite, okay, admits an automorphism of order 2. Then order of K must be some Q square, right? Q square, where Q is some prime power, P is a characteristic of K. So now you consider the automorphism okay. So you take let say theta, so theta is the automorphism of order 2, theta is the automorphism of order 2 where x goes to x power q. So this is an automorphism. So you call it theta, and let sigma be the non-trivial symmetry of phi of Dicking diagram of phi when phi is when phi is of type say an dn and E6. Okay. So suppose phi is of any of the type an or dn greater than 4 or RE6. Okay. Then and let G say G universal Chevalier group. So let sigma be the graph automorphism automorphism of G obtained earlier, because you say that if I have Dinghy diagram symmetry of order 2 in these cases, then you get a graph automorphism of order 2, right? of G as discussed before. So, G is either of type this or type of this or type this, and we have seen that if Dicking diagram, in this case Dicking diagram admits symmetry of order 2. So, I take the field automorphism of order 2 and mix with this graph automorphism. Okay. So, let say some notation. So, let what notation I should write. So, anyway, let theta tilde be this sigma theta composite sigma. Then they commute theta is so let G theta tilde with the fixed point subgroup of theta tilde. Then G theta tilde by its center is simple. And what are the cases left where it is not simple, except in the following cases. Except, so when except when order of Q is K is 4, if phi is A1, so and order of K is 2, if phi is B2 and okay, order of K is 2 if phi is F4. So, in these cases it fails to be simple, and in all other cases these groups are simple. Okay. Oh, I am sorry. So, this case is not there, right? We have taken equal
Or maybe we consider
yeah. So, only they are, so these thing should not be there, right, because all roots have equal length here. Because see the B2 and F4 they have unequal root length. Okay. So, in equal root length only this we have, and few other exceptions I think I have to. For example, A1 if you take K equal to F2 or F3, and also it is there, right? Field of 2 element or 3 element. No, but field must be square, right? So I admit, right? So the done, yeah. So it's written down correctly. It must be square. So here now consider, so we have exhausted the equal symmetry of order 2 in equal length. So now we left with the symmetry of order 3 in case of D4. So suppose phi is of D4, this not equal means just a type root system of D4, then in that case you know that, so in this case we get a graph automorphism, automorphism sigma of G, okay, induced by symmetry. Of the linking diagram. Okay. So now in this case you take a K to be a finite field, so that K is finite field, and so K admit an automorphism of order 3. So the automorphism you choose is the automorphism of the symmetry, is the order of the symmetry. So if the order of symmetry is 2, then you consider such field which admits automorphism of order 2. If the symmetry has order 3, then you take the such field which has automorphism of order 3. Okay. And K admits an automorphism of order 3. So then K must be of the form, order of K must be of the form q power 3, where q is some prime power. See, these are arbitrary prime. Okay. So prime power, and p is the characteristic of K. So in that case again G, so again you take theta, you call this automorphism theta from K to K, which takes x to x cube. Okay. This is the automorphism of order 3, and theta tilde is theta multiplied by, so this automorphism of the field, you see, give the automorphism of the Chevalier group, field automorphism. Okay. So here the notation I am composing a field automorphism with automorphism of the group. That means you are taking the corresponding field automorphism there. So I am not changing the notation. So this multiplied with sigma. So then this sigma G this by center. Most of the time center is trivial, but otherwise you divide by center of this simple. So the group is in fact denoted by there is Lie theoretic notation for these groups. So for example, this group is this group G, which we have obtained here. They have notation 3 D 4 Q 3. This is the notation used. This is the notation used for this group. Okay. So this is a notation for which group? G by center of this. So this is a notation here. So this symbol says that this is the order of the symmetry, and this says that the field is q of the type q power 3. Okay. Similarly, you have notation there. In that case, an, dn, and this. In case of an, dn, you have, for example, in case of an, you write like an q square if the root system of type that, and you write 2 of dn q square if n is greater than 4. Okay. These are the notation. So you write 2 is 6 q square if the root system of type is 6. So these are the notation used for the twisted group. So G by theta by center G theta, theta tilde, you use this notation when the group is this, use this notation for the group is this, use this notation for the when the group is this. Okay. So now only 5 minutes ले सकता हूँ. So then it will be just a complete statement.
I think that notation is used only for the group of data, not the corresponding quotient.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's used only for the fixed points.
Not for the quotient? Not for the simple group?
That's what I think.
Okay, so please remember this.
So also when you take the form they are defined only on the universal one.
They are defined over arbitrary. They respect all the relation for each your group, each of them. Yeah, they pass down to the adjoint.
So G when you say
Not only pass down, the automorphism of this they pass down to this twisted type also. I mean with some modification. Yeah. So these automorphism for see you start with initial wale group, okay? Initial wale group, and you take the fixed point. If it has certain center. For example, adjoint has no center. So, but when you take fixed point, it might have some center. So then you quotient it by center, and you get the group. Okay. So let us consider two other situation. That means case of B2, F4 and G2. So you know the graph automorphism exists only when the characteristic is 2 in case of B2 and F4 and characteristic 3 in case of G2. Okay. So because symmetry is there, but in order to induce the automorphism, the field has certain characteristic. So now suppose G is phi is of type. Suppose that phi is of type B2 or F4. And K be a finite field of characteristic 2. So, so what you have? So, linking diagram has symmetry. Okay. So, the long root goes to short, short goes to long. It has of order 2, but the roots are unequal. So now you try to get field automorphism, okay, which has the following property. So this is a small lemma here. Suppose that, so in that case, in order to get some really new groups, so field has, there should be some restriction on the field. And what is that restriction? Suppose that K admits an automorphism theta such that 2 theta square is 1. What does it mean? So 2 is the Frobenius map, x goes to x square. So 2 theta is so 2 is theta square of any element x is 2 times, it's not just multiple of 2 theta square x, and it just raises the power 2 square. So here 2 is used as a map. Okay. What is the map? Is raises each element power 2. So, this is a map, this is the automorphism and this is the Frobenius automorphism. So, these are two automorphisms, they satisfy this property. Okay. So, some sense what it is going to be. So, if you take the square root of this, the square root is square root 2 times theta. So, it is the square of square root 2 times theta, square root 2 map. That is why the assumption the field must be perfect, okay, case of infinite field. So, you mix this automorphism with the graph automorphism of this type, then the statement says the following: if suppose field admit this automorphism, then the number of element in K is q power 2m plus 1, where q is certain power of. So, if field admit such this is a simple exercise, just two line exercise, not more than that. Suppose a field admits such an automorphism, okay, then the number of element field must be q power 2m plus 1, where q is power of 2, this q. So, this is exercise, proof of this is exercise. Maybe there is a tutorial session, if so you can try it there, the field. Now, suppose you have see the same is true. So, in fact, K in fact, let me write finite field of characteristic P. So, then you can write this. So, this case you exhaust the case 2 and 3 both. So, if you have any field of characteristic P which has the property that it admits an automorphism. So, instead of 2 you just write P here, P here. So, P means you raise power P, then Q is and P power A. This is the general exercise. Okay. So, in case of B2 and F4 I take Q, I take P equal to 2, in case of G2 I take okay. So, now suppose that so phi is phi equal to B2 or F4 and K is Q power 2m plus 1 and Q is some P power A 2 power A. Then the automorphism. So, then this field automorphism gives rise a field automorphism of the Chevalier group. Okay. Then the automorphism so 2 theta square. And what is theta? Theta is, what is theta? Theta axis. I think this statement is and furthermore further theta of x is x power p power m. The map is explicit. The map you can write down explicitly what the map is. Okay, theta is this map. Theta square, theta above. So, let tau with the graph automorphism, the graph automorphism of group G, okay, of type G, which is maybe Nusselt. of type phi over K. So then you know that such graph automorphism exists, and theta tilde is again so this 2 theta square. So this field automorphism gives the field automorphism of the group. Now it is used as the automorphism of the group. Compose with this tau. Then G theta tilde by center is simple except except when K so when K is 2, K except when K is 2. So in this case, group is denoted by this group is denoted by 2 B2, okay, Q. So 2m plus 1 in case and similarly to F4 Q 2m plus 1. So if the root system is of type B2, it is this group is denoted by this. If the root system of type F4, this group is denoted by this, and this is called the Suzuki group, and this is called T groups, groups of type F4. So you see, like AN, you are getting a series of groups. Okay, so Q is varying. You are getting a series of groups. PSLN is a series of groups. So Shivale groups gives a series of groups like a series of alternating group, several simple groups. So similarly, if you combine with the graph automorphism of G2 with the field of characteristic 3 with this condition, we will get what is the group called 2 G2 Q 2 or m plus 1, where Q is now 3 power A. So in that case, simply you have to you take the root system of type G2, and in order that there is the field automorphism is satisfy this property when P is 3. So okay, so you take P equal to 3, and in that case you have a graph automorphism. You take the graph automorphism and mix with this field automorphism, and then take the fixed point of that subgroup. These all groups are simple, and the statement is that these are all finite simple groups of Lie type. And okay, so finite simple groups of Lie types are either Shivale groups of adjoint type or they are twisted groups which is obtained in this way. Okay. So this is a statement, and Sternberg program, what Sternberg did, all these groups twisted and untwisted, they obtain as a fixed point subgroup modulo center of certain algebraic groups. Okay, so there are many connections. So if you are not reading at all, then you are in a very safe position, but when you start reading it, you will find so many connections, and you might get confused for many times that in which direction we have to go, in which direction so many things are there. It leads to combinatorics, it leads to geometry, it leads to abstract, many directions it leads to. Okay, so and this is the place you can see the beautiful, the play of the root system, and so that's what there are many things to be said, as Professor Sridharan told yesterday that nothing is conclusive. So it is just the beginning of the Shivale groups and probably type. So, okay. Sure. Thank you. I take this opportunity to thank Raghavan, Vishnath, and Upendra, who is not here, for the excellent facility they have given to us, lodging, boarding, everything.
Thanks
Okay,
for coming.
okay. And but formally they will be thanked. Okay, so